That wine is tracking straight through the floor plates. Something out there is throwing a harmonic spike into my lab. No, it's dropping too fast. Status update. Thermal regulators are shot, overriding now. The algae is lysing along perfect geometric bands. This isn't a mechanical failure, it's an external standing wave node. If the stem cells freeze, the protein printer is dead. I have 30 minutes before the entire batch crystallizes. Severe thermal conflict detected at the exterior bypass node. It's the sulfate brine. Initiate protocol Delta 5. I'm selecting the tools now. The external bypass valve sits completely in the shadow of the crater wall. It's minus 85 out there. I need to move. The frost out here is sulfur heavy. The micrometeorite must have cracked an entire hydrothermal pocket under the bedrock.
"300 miles of empty sand in every direction, and I'm chasing a thermal leak with a wrench. Nobody is coming if this harness shears."
The circuit is still discharging from the lab capacitors. I need to ground this core before it cooks my suit systems.
My fingers are locking up from the cold freeze. If I lose my grip on this crimper, the wire drops back into the slime.
The frequency is changing. The resonance from the pipe is starting to match the vibrations I felt through my bunk floor.
Whoa, that was close. Come on, come on. Just a little higher.
My tank is down to 10% reserve. I've spent too much muscle power fighting the shale on this ridge. The master circuit has acknowledged the splice line. The automated backup arrays should be firing up now.
My skin is blistering from that brine contact. I need to clear the sample before the infection sets in. There's a hydrocarbon curve bleeding through this registry. That spike shouldn't exist in deep Martian permafrost strata.
The telemetry from the hab just died. This sulfate vein is blanketing the link. I'm completely on my own now.
My heating core is draining 3 times faster in this shadow. I have to kill this whistle before my hands freeze. No!
The stem cells are crashing toward 20 degrees. If I don't clear this thermal block, 6 months of culture work turns into rot.
I'm forcing the knee heaters to maximum load. It's eating my life support reserves, but I can't work if I can't walk.
The steam is blinding me, but the ice is giving way. I have less than a minute of torch fuel left.
The incubator is at 15 degrees. If I can't force this valve open right now, the entire embryo batch dies. My heating battery is at 0. The cold is starting to freeze my chest ring. I have to finish this.
The map is scrambled, but I know the path line. Just need to hold this wheel until the hatch. I'm at the threshold. The line is sealed outside, but my body is shutting down from the frost.
The frostbite is manageable, but I need to check the incubator. If that splice failed, the foy batch is gone. The connection is stable. Initiating thermal analysis of the cells now. The algae loop is recovering, but the fluid analysis is catching a bizarre molecular curve from that brine. Sample is processing now. I've got it. That's the one. Cross-reference with the 3D grid now. I'm forcing the base into a low-power standby mode. We need to save every watt for the grow vault heaters.
The interior plumbing patch is holding, but this entire rack is twisting under the stress of the settling bedrock outside. The tissue is discolored. Metabolism rate is critical. Adjust nitrogen feed line valves to compensate.
The air filters are clear of sulfate gas. The internal atmosphere is safe, but the grid is running out of time.
Automated nutrient density audit initiated. Anomaly detected.
The printed tissue is feeding on that subsurface brine mud.
It's growing, but it's rewriting its own structural blueprint. The bedrock is still settling down there. The external sinkhole is trying to tear the main research wing right off its anchors.
The CO2 consumption spike is unprecedented, releasing pure methane vapor. Secondary laboratory emergency air filter arrays activating.
This thing is breathing my carbon dioxide and venting methane. If I don't scrub this air, it'll turn the lab into a bomb. Earth is 22 minutes away on a good day. Tonight, this solar storm is cutting me off entirely. I'm alone with this thing. This biomass isn't just surviving. The prebiotic hydrocarbons are acting as a super catalyst. It's growing faster than any cell line on Earth.
The core sample is shielded behind lead plates. If this mutation spreads to our main food stock, the colony is dead before arrival.
Mission log initiated. Recording status? Operational. Beginning technical summary. This is the final engineering log for Sol 247. The primary bioreactor matrix is stable, but we're no longer working alone.
The technical details of the subsurface sulfate brine leak. These mass spectrometry graphs ensure Earth receives the metrics.
The mutated tissue culture exhibits independent pulsing behavior. Its CO2 consumption metrics are unexpected and must be accounted for in future settlement planning.
The ancient impact pocket wasn't sterile. The prebiotic hydrocarbon string is alive, and it's rewriting our engineered protein line.
Analyzing resource allocation. Livestock farming proves impossible due to extreme water and oxygen consumption. See data log. Next, isolation protocols for the new shift. Moving my hands carefully across the desk, I detail the necessary containment procedures for the biological vaults. I'm locking this file into the core archive. Earth needs to verify this chemistry before they launch the next colonization team. The storm is dead out there. The valley looks quiet, but deep down inside that rock, the ice is melting. One man can only patch so many cracks. Tomorrow, I have to figure out how to rebuild the printer core before it updates its template again.
The core is quiet tonight, but that pulsing under the glass, it's not an error code. Something is growing down there.
The sample inside the lead casing is generating its own microatmosphere. It's purging methane faster than the scrubbers can pull it.
Vault pressure has normalized. I'm initiating the final log of this cycle.
This is the end of shift report for Sol 247. The primary bioreactor networks are live, but the baseline parameters are gone.
The subsurface sulfate brine leak caused significant structural impacts. The automated crawl space torque limits require...
I've sustained severe frostbite and perchlorate blistering on my fingers. This will require a 30-sol recovery. All base operations shift to automation.
The asymmetrical pulling load has stabilized for now. However, seismic activity will shear the multi-layered glass.
The ancient impact vein didn't leave behind simple minerals. It left a biological template that is actively domesticating our machinery loops.
I'm closing the log loop. Earth will get this file before dawn. Whatever happens tomorrow, the data is safe in the stack. The base is running on minimum power. The crop is safe from the freeze, but my hands are useless for the next month. I have to report the truth. The matrix is live, and the protein is printing. It's an engineered nightmare, but it's our only food loop. We survive for another soul.